Hi and welcome. Lightroom Classic has had an update in October 2022 and it does contain some amazing new features. The first of these is the new healing panel, which brings with it a new AI tool called Content Aware Remove. If you want to know more about this, then click the link at the end of the video. Don't miss it, it's worth the wait, because I've already made a video about this. Now today I want to show you some changes and additions to the masking panel in the form of select objects, select people and select background. Okay, so let's not mess around any further, let's get stuck in. Okay, let's start with select people. Here we've got an image that's got three beautiful girls in. Now if we click on the mask icon's over here. It's in the toolbar at the top here, and if we click on that, it would appear nothing had happened. But in actual fact, what's happened is the AI features now in Lightroom. If I go into the people panel, just drop that down, it will automatically make a selection of any people it finds in the image. And here you can see we've got one that's defined as person 1, we've got person 2, and we've got person 3. Or we've got all the people, and all you've got to do is just hover to see the selections that it's going to make. Okay, let's start with, let's say, the left hand side girl, which it's called person 1. If I click on that, it will open up the person mask options, and here I can select all the entire person. I can turn that off and I can select just the facial skin. I can have the body skin, I can have the eyebrows, I can have the whites of the eyes, the iris and the pupil, the lips, the teeth, or the hair, or any combination of the above. I'll go for the hair, and now I can say, well, what I want to do is create a mask based on the hair of person 1. So I'm going to click create mask, and that's done exactly that. It's created a mask based on person 1's hair. But you will notice that it's done a little bit of over selecting. It's got this bit wrong basically. No problem, we can solve that. If we just click on the mask, we've got add and subtract from selection. So if I click on subtract, and I want to do this with, you can do it with any of the other tools, but I'm just going to do it with the brush because I think that's going to be easiest. I can change my brush size and everything in this panel here, the feather, the flow, I'll leave them up to 100%, and all I'm going to do is just paint over the area here that I don't want in the selection because it's not her hair. So something like that, and we're done. Once I've done that, I can now make the adjustment. Now this Rubylith overlay will stay there until you move your first slider. So all I want to do is just lift the shadows a little bit so I can see a little bit more detail in that hair. Not too much, just a little bit. Something like that. I think that goes pretty cool. Now what about the other two? Well, okay, I can do those together. So I'm going to go up to create new mask. I'm going to select people. I'm going to select person, let's say person 2. And now I'm going to add people. So I can now add people, and I can add person 3. So now I'm going to be doing both these girls' hairs at the same time. I can click continue, and now I've got the same decisions to make. Do I want the entire person? No. I just want the hair of these two girls, and if you want you can create 2 separate masks, or you can just leave it as one mask. In this case I'll just click create mask, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. We've got person 3 hair, person 2 hair, and all I've got to do now is go in and make my adjustment, and it's the same kind of adjustment. I just want to lift the shadows a little bit just to show a little bit of detail in the hair of these girls. Now we can rename these masks just so we know what we're doing. So this mask 1 we could go to the three little dots, rename, and we'll call that person 1. And click OK. And then we could go to mask 2, and again we could rename that, and we'll call that person 2 and 3, and click OK. So now when even the masks are closed up, we can see what the masks are about. This is person 1 and this is person 2 and 3. Now you can repeat these processes for any of the listed facial features and adjust them. It's brilliant. I absolutely love it. Okay, now let's look at select object. I'd like to change the colour of this neckband here. Okay, so I'm going to create a new mask. I'm going to select objects with two methods of making a selection. We've got the brush where we actually paint on, or we've got basically a selection where we can marquee round it, where we've got the select object tool. So we'll try it both ways, see if anyone works out better. We'll try it with the brush. Brush is about the right size, and I'm just going to brush over and into there like that. And then ba-dig-a-ding, you can see that it's actually got a pretty good selection of the actual neckband. Okay, let me just get rid of that mask. Just a minute, I don't want to turn it off. I want to delete it. Okay, now I'll create a new mask again. Objects, but this time I'll use the marquee function. And on this one you'll see that the slider disappears because it's not a brush. And then what we do is we just try and include the object we want selecting just inside that marquee. I'll let go of that, and just as good. Both work out fine on that one. And now all I've got to do is make me changes, make me adjustment. So I'll go down and we'll change the colour. Let's say what can we fancy? Oh, yeah, we'll go for something a little bit blingy. Yep, I like that one. Maybe a little bit of blue. And we can, yeah, there you go. I like that one. Yep, that's looking pretty good. So select object is absolutely fantastic. Now finally, that background is a little bit bland. So why don't we make a selection of it and we can change the colour. So again, I'm going to create a new mask, but this time I'm going to select background. And the AI absolutely nails it and selects that background for me absolutely in one go, creates a mask. So now all I've got to do is change the colour. So let's move the hue slide around. Let's make it a bit of a blue colour, quite like that. And we can also drop the temperature, maybe make it even look bluer. And try the saturation. Just boost the saturation a little. Oh, that's better. Yeah, no, I'm liking that. That's it. The new additions to the masking panel certainly make my editing easier and quicker, and I think they will for you too. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment. It helps me make much more of the YouTube algorithms to contact more people with my videos. And if you get a minute, please subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button at the bottom of any page on my website. Don't forget just to hang around to click the link to watch my new video of the new healing panel. I'll see you in the very next video. Bye for now.